All right, so today we're installing the 350Z side marker. All right, now that that's all taken off, what we're gonna do is get these 4 screws total, and then we've got these plastic tabs. These are always a pain. All right, now that they're all disconnected, basically what you'll do is you'll fold this down and you can access this panel right here through the side. Now, these are technically a 370Z LED light, but they're pretty universal. Basically, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to drill out a hole. I always go to Harbor Freight. I don't know if they're still running the deal right now, but they have it to where you can sign up for their yearly membership. It's usually 30 bucks, but they're selling it now and incentivizing people to buy it for $5. So once you spend a certain amount. So went in today and got these step bits. I will be using the bigger one over here, considering this hole is pretty big. So we're gonna be using this one. It steps up to about 1 3/8 inches. This is a little bit bigger than that, but we'll manage and we'll edge the sides down. All right, this isn't too hard. Basically, all you're gonna wanna do is just pry this off. Be careful not to chip your paint. All it is 3M tape on the back side of this. So it's not gonna be too hard to rip this thing off. It did rip off my paint, but no worry, this will be covered. So I'm just gonna make a hole. Basically, this thing has a lip on each side, right here, these 2 sides. And it has to go in and snap in. What you're gonna have to do is basically step it out, like go in with it and make a little box on each side. All right, now for the best part, wiring. All right, so the wire has to connect to this. So I'll splice it, and these are usually hooked on. Let me see. Yeah, see, I'll splice it right here on about, yeah, right down the middle. And then after that, so that cord is you go from there to here, which is about a little over 2 feet. I did also get this from Harbor Freight. Pittsburgh is a pretty decent brand. I'll also give you guys this. That was about less than $5 at Harbor Freight. I was a little impatient. I got 30-foot wire. Positive and negative is what this is going to end up being. I got it at O'Reilly's. I know, bash me in the comments, but I should have waited. I should have went to Harbor Freight. I completely forget I have Harbor Freight around here. It's a lot cheaper. You can even go to Lowe's and get it for a lot cheaper. I paid about, I think, 13 bucks per roll, if not a little bit more. So you could save yourself $15 and not be stupid like me. I also did get these. These were at Lowe's. I'm sure you can find them anywhere. They're pretty universal. These are basically just quick connects. I call them the female end and male end. It makes it a lot easier. Male end has a point like that, and it will go inside one of these. So that's why I call this one the female end. This is the male end. These are about like $3 to $5 at Lowe's, so fairly inexpensive, and you can get this stuff for fairly cheap, at least under 30 bucks. This green wire is going to hook to the red wire, and then the black wire is going to hook to the black wire. You're not going to need the blue wire. I'm not too sure off the top of my head what that is for, but this is going to be green with a yellow stripe, as you can see there, and a black. Cut this up. I'm lifting up and away, so ideally I don't cut a wire, and then it kind of just runs smooth, and you can kind of just peel it up. There you go. See, just kind of just peel it. All right, off we go. I'm just gonna snip it. We'll start with 1 wire at a time. Makes life 10 times easier. All right, so green. Green goes there. Then you take some of your red, and what we're going to do is, I already took this off, but splice this. That way you're going to connect one of those ends into this, because you technically don't need this. This is for a 370Z. They already have the plug-in. Well, 350s don't. You have to basically make your own. So that's why there's a lot of splicing and everything. Otherwise, it's just a plug and play. Red with the green and then black with black. So I'll show you guys in a second. All right, so basically at the end of it, you'll splice the wire that is connected, the black and the green. And then you'll get one of those connectors and put the same wire into the same connector, and then you'll connect the end of the extension that you have that hooks up into the back. You'll connect it to the end of that, and same with the red one. Red will go to green. However, these caps did come off, so just put electrical wire tape around it so it doesn't short out on you. And then this is the final product. Yo, check this out.